because I can carry that burden with my hands, landing with my hands. Holy moly. Oh, that looked like it hurts. This is the worst idea ever! Oh, I did it! I did it! I got the bus!
On a freezing winter night during a heavy blizzard, young Thad travels with his father and older brother Sid to their grandfather's house for Christmas. During the drive, Thad plays with a toy to pass the time, but Sid snatches it away. Despite constantly bullying his younger brother, Sid is clearly their father's favorite. When Thad finally gets his toy back, strange numbers suddenly flash across its screen. He looks up and realizes something is terribly wrong. His father and brother have vanished, and frost begins creeping across the car windows. Summoning his courage, Thad opens the door and finds himself standing in a dark, cavern-like realm. Inside, he meets a mysterious wizard, the last surviving member of an ancient council. The wizard explains that he guards the imprisoned 7 deadly sins trapped in stone statues. Now weakened by time, he seeks a worthy champion to inherit his magic. But first, Thad must prove he is pure of heart and strong of spirit. The statues tempt him, urging him to claim the Eye of Sin. Just as Thad nearly touches it, the wizard stops him, deciding he is unworthy. With a strike of his staff, the wizard sends him back to the car. Disoriented and desperate, Thad screams for the wizard to take him back. His father tries to calm him, but the distraction nearly causes a crash. Mr. Sivana swerves to avoid a truck, but moments later, another vehicle slams into them. The car flips, throwing their father out. Thad and Sid survive, but their father lies gravely injured. After yet another failed attempt to find a pure-hearted successor, the wizard casts a spell to search for a new champion. Decades later in Philadelphia, a troubled foster kid named Billy Batson pulls a risky stunt. He tricks the police into responding to a false report, locks them out of their car, and searches their database for women named Batson. Between 28 and 40, he's been searching for his mother for years. Billy remembers the day he lost her at a crowded amusement park. She had won him a compass keychain at a shooting game, promising it would always help him find his way home. When Billy dropped it and let go of her hand to retrieve it, he lost her in the crowd. Despite the police's efforts, they never reunited. When Billy's latest search fails, he's taken to social worker Miss Glover. His previous foster family refuses to take him back, and he's sent to yet another home, his 7th. This time, he moves in with Victor and Rosa, a kind couple who run a group foster home. They introduce him to his new siblings, tech-loving Eugene, cheerful little Darla, quiet Pedro, responsible Mary who plans to attend college in California, and Freddie, his new roommate, who walks with a crutch and collects superhero memorabilia, including a bullet supposedly fired at Superman. Though Billy tries to discard his past by throwing away his search notes, still carries the pain. Meanwhile, Thad, now Dr. Thaddeus Sivana, has spent decades researching the mystical realm he once visited. Interviewing others who experienced strange abductions, he discovers a repeating sequence of 7 symbols. When the symbols are written in the correct order on a door, a portal opens. Dr. Sivana steps through, returning to the wizard's lair. This time, the wizard is too weak to stop him. Sivana grabs the Eye of Sin, releasing the 7 deadly sins from their stone prisons. The creatures enter the jewel, which embeds itself into his eye. Using the wizard's own magic against him, Sivana escapes, leaving the wizard barely alive. Back in Philadelphia, Billy stands up to school bullies who are attacking Freddie. He uses Freddie's crutch to fight them off, giving Freddie time to escape. Fleeing into the subway, Billy boards a train. Suddenly, the same mystical symbols appear. The passengers vanish, frost spreads, and the train stops in a cavern. Billy steps out into the Rock of Eternity and meets the ancient wizard Shazam. The wizard explains that long ago he empowered a champion who betrayed him and unleashed the 7 deadly sins, devastating civilizations. Since then, he has searched for someone worthy, pure of heart, and strong in spirit. Billy insists he's not that person, but with no time left and no better choice, the wizard grants him the power anyway. Holding the staff, Billy shouts, "Shazam!" Lightning strikes, transforming him into an adult superhero with incredible strength. The wizard turns to dust. Back in the subway, the newly transformed Billy runs home. That night, he reveals himself to Freddy. After confirming it's really Billy, Freddy excitedly helps him test his powers. Billy discovers he can shoot lightning, withstand bullets, and possibly fly, though that attempt doesn't go well. He accidentally knocks out power across the neighborhood. When they hear a woman scream, Billy rushes to help, discovering he also has super speed. But things don't go smoothly. After intervening in a mugging, he accidentally throws the thief too hard, frightening the victim instead. She runs away and hands him her money in fear, thinking like teenagers. Billy and Freddy use the cash to buy Baronli to realize it tastes awful and exchange it for snacks instead. Later, when robbers hold up a convenience store, Billy steps in. Bullets bounce off him and Freddy records the moment. Billy tosses the robbers aside and claims free drinks as a reward. Sneaking home proves difficult. Victor and Rosa are awake. Worried, Billy ran away. Freddy covers for him, but Rosa follows. Hiding in Darla's room, Billy accidentally says Shazam while explaining his powers and transforms back into his teenage self. Now he understands how to switch forms. Darla learns his secret and is thrilled. It's promising to be the best little sister she can be, while Billy begins to realize that maybe, just maybe, this new family is the home he's been searching for all along. Darla swears she'll never tell anyone about Billy's secret. The next morning, Thad storms into the headquarters of his father's company, interrupting a board meeting in progress. In front of the stunned partners, he recounts the night of the car accident, the night no one believed his story about the mysterious wizard. He has carried the guilt ever since, convinced that the distraction he caused left his father paralyzed. Now, he's here to prove he was telling the truth. With terrifying strength, Thad grabs his brother Sid and hurls him through a window. Then, he unleashes the 7 deadly sins. The monstrous creatures tear through the boardroom, attacking everyone inside. Mr. Sivana is left alive just long enough to witness the destruction around him. When he begs for mercy, Thad coldly commands Greed to take him, claiming it is the sin that defines his father best. Before leaving, Thad that the wizard has chosen a new champion. That champion learns to master his powers, they will all be defeated. At school, Burke and his friend return, looking for revenge on Freddy. But as they step out of their car, it suddenly vanishes, only to crash down from the sky moments later. Freddy appears nearby, filming everything, with a camera mounted on his helmet, proudly capturing Shazam's revenge. Billy and Freddy spend the afternoon testing Shazam's powers. Strength off the charts. Bulletproof, confirmed. Flight, still unreliable. He can shoot lightning, but no laser vision or teleportation like Superman. Freddy uploads the footage, and the videos rack up hundreds of thousands of views. Slowly, Shazam stops hiding. He begins to enjoy the attention, charging people's phones with lightning at the mall, triggering soda machines, even pulling cash from an ATM using electricity. Meanwhile, the bullies continue harassing Freddy. To scare them off, Freddy boasts that Shazam will show up at school during lunch the next day. The boys laugh, but Freddy doubles down. If Shazam doesn't appear, he's in trouble. The next morning, Billy skips class again. When Freddy asks if he'll show up at lunch, Billy refuses. He doesn't want to be used to solve Freddy's social problems. Instead, he spends the day taking selfies with fans in the park. There, he spots Mary about to step into traffic and saves her just in time, calling her by name. He asks why she seems upset. Mary admits she's been accepted to college in California, but isn't sure she wants to leave her foster family. Sam advises her to think about her own future first, otherwise she might always feel stuck. Mary grows suspicious of how much he seems to know, but he flies off before she can question him. Later, Billy puts on a public lightning show to impress a crowd. Freddy shows up, furious that Shazam skipped lunch. Their argument is interrupted when one of Billy's lightning bolts accidentally strikes a bus tire, causing a crash. The bus dangles dangerously from a bridge. As it falls, Shazam catches it and saves everyone. Afterward, reporters swarm him. Freddy pulls him aside and scolds him, saying the power has made him selfish. Hurt, Freddy walks away. Suddenly, Thad appears. He gives Shazam a choice: surrender his powers or die. When Billy refuses, Thad attacks. The battle tears through the city. Thrown from the sky, Billy finally manages to unlock flight at the last second. But his excitement distracts him, and he crashes into traffic. Thad continues, overpowering him, tossing him through buildings and into stores. Realizing he can't win, Billy transforms back into his teenage self and slips away unnoticed. Meanwhile, Thad notices Freddy speaking to Shazam on TV and abducts him, hoping to use him as leverage. Billy returns home injured. Victor and Rosa help him clean up while his siblings watch TV footage of Freddy with Shazam. Mary pieces it together. Billy is the hero. Darla is relieved. They figured it out on their own, so she kept her promise. Eugene reveals that Pedro found Billy's discarded notebook and tracked down his mother's address. Billy rushes to meet her. When he arrives, Marilyn Batson answers the door but doesn't recognize him. Billy explains who he is, but she gently pushes him away. She confesses that after he was lost, she saw him safe with the police. At just 17 and overwhelmed, she made the painful decision to let him go, believing he'd have a better life with another family. Heartbroken but understanding, Billy gives her the compass keychain and says goodbye. He realizes that the family he has now is the one he chooses. Then Freddy's phone rings. It's Thad. He orders Billy to come home. Transforming into Shazam, Billy confronts the villain, who opens a portal to the Rock of Eternity. To protect his siblings, Billy leads the fight there. Thad demands that he transfer his powers through the wizard's staff. During the clash, the 7 deadly sins briefly leave Thad's body. Freddy throws a small blade, proving the villain is vulnerable when the demons are outside him. Billy realizes the key is separating Thad from the sins. Escaping the rock, they land in a crowded amusement park. Thad attacks civilians to draw Shazam out, even targeting a Ferris wheel with people trapped inside. Billy confronts him. Mary devises a plan: provoke the sins so they leave Thad's body. It works. The demons emerge, weakening him. In the chaos, Billy surrenders himself when Darla is threatened. As the sins re-enter Thad, Billy seizes the moment, grabs the staff, and shares his power with his siblings. One by one, they shout Shazam and transform into superheroes. Now united, they battle the demons together. In the final confrontation, Billy provokes envy, the last sin still inside Thadden. It abandons him. Stripped of power, Thad falls. Shazam destroys envy with a blast of lightning and saves Thad from crashing, removing the eye of sin from Thad's eye. Billy restores the demons to their statue forms in the Rock of Eternity. At Christmas dinner, Billy looks around the table and finally understands he has found his home. Back at school, Freddy is mocked again until Shazam walks into the cafeteria during lunch and announces that Freddy is his best friend. Then, he adds that he invited another friend to join them. Student in a familiar blue and red suit approaches the unmistakable silhouette of Superman stepping into the cafeteria. And that's a wrap on today's recap. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a plot twist. Got a movie you want recapped? Okay, drop it in the comments below. This is DX Movie Shorts. See you in the next one.